Hello, good morning to everyone. This is Dr. Kausar Mesa, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, BFTC KGF. So, in this session, we are going to have the problems on cost sheet. So, before going to prepare this cost sheet, let us know what do you mean by a cost sheet. Cost sheet is nothing but a statement, or we can say it as a document where we can able to see the estimation of detailed cost with respect to a particular cost center or a cost unit. We know that in an organization there are different departments. So there may be a production department, HR department, right? Sales department, purchase department. So these are all some of the departments where in each and every department are going to incur an expenses, both the expenses of direct as well as indirect. So the expenses where we are going to incur, how the expenses are being balanced, means it is balanced only with the help of profits what the organization is going to gain. So if you want to attain or if you want to achieve profits, means the cost of the product to a particular unit, it must be less compared to the selling price of the unit. If we incur more sales than a cost of product or cost of production, then ultimately we can able to see profit for the organization. If cost of production is more compared to the sales, then we think that it is a loss for the organization. So with the help of this cost sheet, we can able to have a detailed discussion on a different overheads. So, where the cost is going to be allocated. For example, in the overheads, we are going to come across three types. One is factory overheads, administration or office overheads, and the selling and distribution overheads. Overheads, in the sense, it is nothing means an indirect expenses. So, because in prime cost, when we are going to calculate the profit or loss with the help of a cost sheet, it is nothing but a combination of direct material cost, direct labor cost, and direct expenses. All the material, labor, and expenditure which are incurred for producing a particular product, which are with respect to the direct. So we are going to highlight in the prime cost. The other indirect expenses, we are showing it in the form of overheads. So again, these overheads we have segregated into three. One is the factory overheads, where the actual production is going to be taken places. What are all the overheads which incur in a factory? So we have to segregate it, which is given in the question. The factory overheads may be the factory rent, right? The factory expenses, factory wages, factory lighting, power, fuel, all these expenses which are incurred with respect to the factory or with respect to the production unit, that has to be shown only in the case of factory overheads. Coming towards this administration or office overhead, here the production is not going to be taken place, but it is a support given to the factory or to the production department, where the administration work which is going to be seen, or in this administration the office related works, it may be printing, stationery, furniture, depreciation on furniture, right? The salaries paid to the people, those who are managing the things, or salary to the employees, salaries to the executives, or salary to the directors. So what are all the things which are related, the expenses, indirect expenses which are incurred to the office or to the administration? So we are highlighting in the office and administration overheads. Coming towards the next one, that is selling and distribution overheads. When an actual finished goods is produced in the factory, it has to be shipped to the ultimate consumer point. So what are all the expenses which are relating to the selling and distribution things, we can able to say That is traveling salesman, travelers, salesman salary, sorry, advertisement expenses, right? So bad debts, all these are going to fall in the selling and distribution expenses. So these are the different overheads where we are going to allocate in the case of cost sheet with the help of the both direct as well as the indirect expenses. We are going to ascertain the profit or loss with the help of the sales. Not only these things, we can able to prepare the estimated thing with the help of this expenses or with the help of the overheads. Based on the estimated data, we are going to prepare the estimated cost sheet. Based on the actual data, what we are going to be prepared, that is the historical cost sheet. So cost sheet is nothing but a particular a document which provides for the assembly of detailed cost of cost center or a cost unit. The cost center may be the departments or maybe the location or maybe the persons or the group of persons, right? So whatever may be the center, based on that center, we are going to assess whether the direct expenses, how much it is incurred or the indirect expenses. So let us will see the pro forma of this cost sheet. So in case of cost sheet, first we are going to charge the direct expenses that is relating to direct materials, direct wages and direct expenses. By calculating direct materials, any information or adjustment is given relating to the opening stock of raw materials, purchase of raw materials or carriage inwards. All these things should be added. And if any information relating to the closing stock of materials or materials returned or any sale of the materials which is scrap, so it has to be deducted from the total of materials. So opening stock of, if you want to, if nothing is given in the question, only direct materials consumption value is given means directly we can able to show it in the column. If any adjustments is given, so some of the adjustments has to be added, that is to the opening stock of materials. Any purchases has been taken place, new fresh materials, it has to be added. For that purchase of materials, any taxes has paid, any for during the time of off price has been during the time of importing the goods from the other countries or any carriage inwards occurs during the time of purchase of materials, all these together should be added. Then the closing stock of materials and materials returned should be deducted. The actual value what we get, that will be considered as the direct material cost. And next one is the direct labor. Direct labor, we know that labor are the human resources where we are going to be employed, right, for producing a product. So in case of direct labor means the actual people, those who are involved directly during the time of producing a product, they are called direct laborers. To those, when the organization is going to pay the salaries or the remuneration in the form of wages, that is called as direct wages or direct labor. And next one is called as direct expenses. See, the expenses where when we are going to see some of the expenses before producing or during the time of purchasing, any contract is going to be taken place or any expenses incurred to prepare the agreements or to prepare any contract, such type of expenses we are going to be shown in the case of direct expenses. So all together, clubbed together, the cost what it is going to be incurred, that is called as prime cost. And these are all the direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses has to be shown first. Next, we should go for highlighting the information belonging to the indirect expenses. Indirect expenses we have to segregate into three categories. One is the factory expenses, or it is called as works expenses or works on cost, and the next one is administration expenses, and then selling and distribution expenses. Let us be clear here. So after calculating the prime cost, then we'll have to add the indirect expenses for to calculate the cost of production or to the profit. First one is factory overheads. What are all the overheads which are incurred? The indirect expenses which are incurred for the factory, that is called as works overhead. It may be indirect material, indirect wages, factory rent, rates, factory lighting, heating, power, fuel, repairs, maintenance, any depreciation if we are going to charge for plant and machinery, or any stationery is purchased, or insurance is paid for the factory, or for the works manager's salary, any salary we are paying for the manager, those who are taking care of the factory. So these are all the expenses which are incurred for factory purpose, that indirect expenses. It has to be highlighted in the factory overheads. So whatever the values will be given, it has to be shown in the inner column. Then we'll have to highlight the total in the outer column. We'll have to add. In case in the factory itself, if any opening work in progress and closing work in progress is given in the question means, to the factory overheads we have to add opening work in progress. Then we should go for deducting closing work in progress. So the actual value we'll get after adding to it, that will has to be added again to the prime cost. So already we have shown the prime cost, direct material, direct labor and direct expenses together adding, we'll get prime cost. Again to this prime cost, if you are going to add all factory overhead expenses, then it becomes factory cost. After adding to it, it becomes factory cost or manufacturing cost. Then again to this cost, we'll have to go for adding the office and administration overheads, any indirect expenses which are relating to the office or to administer the management, that is office rent or office lighting charges, stationery purchase for the office, any depreciation and repairs for the furniture which is in the office, for that also, any salaries paid to the employees, any legal expenses or bank commission, telephone charges, office cleaning. So such type of indirect expenses has to be shown in the head of office and administration overheads. Then together, after adding all these office total administration overheads, if you are going to add to the factory cost, this will become cost of production. The administration overheads, if we'll add to the factory cost, the total will be considered as cost of production. And in the factory itself, if any opening stock of, sorry, administration only, any opening stock of finished goods and closing stock of finished goods adjustment is given means, after calculating cost of production, we should add the opening stock of finished goods and deduct the closing stock of finished goods to the cost of production. Then after adding and deducting whatever the value will get, it will be considered as the cost of goods sold, right? Then to this cost of goods sold, we should add selling and distribution overheads. Those selling and distribution overheads, it may be relating to the advertisement or salesman salary, traveling expenses, delivery van charges. So any expenses which are relating to selling and distribution of the goods from the organization or from the production to the consumption, all together we have to show in the selling and distribution overheads. After adding the selling and distribution overheads to the cost of goods sold, it will become the total cost. So after calculating the total cost is nothing but the prime cost plus factory cost plus, right, the cost of production or cost of goods sold. If the information is not given relating to the finished goods item means, the cost of production will be the cost of goods sold. Both are one and the same. Or we can call it as office cost. All are one and the same. So ultimate thing, after adding all the values, we'll get the total cost or cost of sales. Now we'll have to calculate the profit or loss of the organization. Already in the question itself, they'll be given the sales. The difference of total cost minus sales will be considered as the profit. If the cost is less and the sales value is more, means it is profit. If cost is more and the sales is less value, means it is loss. So this is how we need to go for calculating the cost sheet for the purpose of to know what is the cost per unit for each and every product. Let us will see. Here one question is given: prepare a cost sheet for the month of September 2020 from the following data. So here some of the expenses which is already happened given in the question. That is chargeable expenses very clearly mentioned, that is direct 2000, sales value is 60,000, depreciation on plant and machinery is 1000, on furniture it is 750, advertisement 1000, Direct wages 3,000, traveling expenses 8,000, printing and stationery is 5,000, factory lighting 8,000, direct materials 6,000 and director's remuneration is 15,000. So after seeing this question, we should analyze very clearly to which overhead it is going, it has to be shown. So when we say the sales will be the last item to calculate the profit. Don't consider now itself. Let us will check one by one. Chargeable expenses very clearly mentioned. It is direct, means it is nothing but direct expenses. So it has to be shown in the prime cost. Depreciation on plant and machinery, because plant and machinery will be there in the factory, so it is a overhead which is relating to the factory. Depreciation on furniture. Furnitures are used in the office. It is not in the factory. So it has to be shown. This expenditure means it will be highlighted in office and administration. Advertisement. Advertisement, in which overhead it has to be highlighted. To sell the product, we require advertisement. So it has to be highlighted in selling and distribution overhead. Direct wages. Direct wages means we know that all direct values or the expenses which are incurred for the material, labor, and for the expenses, all direct things has to be shown in the prime cost. Traveling expenses. Traveling expenses is nothing but to sell the product. If you are going to incur any travel to that traveling, so any expenses are incurred means it has to be shown in selling and distribution. Printing and stationery. This printing and stationery expenses. So these are the items where we can able to see in the office and administration purpose. So it has to be shown in the head of office and administration. Factory lighting very clearly mentioned the lighting charges which are incurred in the factory. So it has to be shown in the factory overheads. Direct materials are given. So this direct materials has to be shown in prime cost. Director's remuneration. Director means is nothing but the person, one who sits in the office or one who is administrating the organization. To him, when the salaries are paid, that is called as director's remuneration. The salaries, where the salaries will be given means in the office or in the administration. So this has to be shown in the office and administration. So whenever after seeing the information or after seeing some of the expenses, we must analyze very clearly it is falling under which category of overhead, whether it is belongs to prime cost or it belongs to factory cost, or it is relating to what office or administration cost, or it is relating to selling and distribution. And this is the cost sheet what we have prepared for problem number 1. So this is the cost sheet. We'll have to write the title, that is the cost sheet for the month of September 2020. Then we'll have to draw 3 columns. So one is particular, one is inner column the values, next one will be the outer column values. Let us will have to show all the values. So in the question, to calculate the prime cost, we require direct material 6,000, direct expenses given 2,000, direct wages is 3,000. So all together we have shown. Then 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11. So because it is a total value we are getting, so it has to be shown in the outer column, that is 11,000 is the prime cost. Next we have to add which one overhead means. Next will be the factory overheads. So what are all the factory overheads given in the question? We should check it once again here. So what is the one we can able to see factory lighting, and next will be depreciation on plant and machinery. So depreciation on plant and machinery is the plant and machinery are used for the production purpose. So the depreciation value has to be shown in the factory. That 1,000 and 8,000 is 9,000 total. 9 again these factory overheads has to be added to the outer column value, that is 9,000. 11 plus 9 it becomes 20,000 is the factory cost. Again to the factory cost we should go adding the office and administration overhead. So what are all the office and administration overheads given in the question means it is one thing, that is depreciation on furniture 750, printing and stationery can be seen here, that is of 5,000, and next one is director's remuneration. So all together we have to add, one is 750, 5,000 and 15,000. So it will be 20,750. Again this has to be added to the factory cost which is shown in the outer column. After adding it, it will become the office cost. See, in both the cases, factory overheads as well as the administration overheads, there will be a no kind of adjustment of opening stock of work in progress or a closing stock of work in progress, as well as in the case of office, opening stock of finished goods and closing stock of finished goods. Nothing information is given in the question, so directly they have to add only the overhead values. It is of 20,750. So where it comes to office cost, this itself will be the office cost, or it will be called it as cost of production or cost of goods sold, all one and the same, that is 40,750. Again, to this we'll have to add one more overhead, that is selling and distribution overhead. Let us will check in the question what are the selling and distribution overheads are given. So one we can able to see here, that is traveling expenses 8,000, and next one is advertisement. These two are belonging to the selling and distribution overhead, where the overheads are incurred or the expenses are incurred to sell their goods. It is of 1,000 and 8,000. Total together it is 9,000. If you are going to add to the office cost of 40,750, it comes to 49,750. This itself is called as cost of sales or total cost, one and the same. Now we'll have to go for calculating the profit. The sales value is given at the beginning itself, that is 60,000. We'll have to show it last. If the cost of product or the total cost is less compared to the sales, the difference will be considered as the profit. If the cost is more, total cost is more compared to sales, then it will be seems to be loss. So this is how we require to calculate the. We have to prepare the cost sheet. Then we have to go for allocating the values or the expenses to the different type of overhead for the calculation of the profit. Let us will go for one more question given in the here. The Bangalore Limited supplies you the following information. Prepare cost sheet. One is direct materials 10, productive wages 7,000, unproductive expenses are 6,000, sales 1 lakh 25,000, advertisement 20, legal charges 5, bad debts 8,000, factory rent is 7,500, and chargeable expenses 7,500, cost of catalogs 20,000, gas and power 6, depreciation on furniture is 5,000, subscription to the magazines 4, office salary 7, donations 5,000, and bank charges 5,000. So after seeing all these values and expenses, we require to prepare cost sheet. We have to show it whether the organization is going to get the profit or loss has to be calculated. Let us be for the prime cost. What are all the values we require means is direct material, direct wages, and direct expenses. Let us will check whether it is given in the question or not. So one value we can see that is materials 10,000, productive wages are the direct wages, and let us will check for the expenses are given. Chargeable expenses, that is 7,500. Altogether we have to total it, that is 10 plus 7 plus 7,500, together it will become 24,500 is the prime cost. Then we should go for factory overheads. Let us will check one by one what are all the factory overheads. So where we can able to see here, that is unproductive expenses 6,000, right? Because the expenses which are relating, right, unproductive, it is called as a factory, that is 6,000. Next one will be factory rent 7,500, and then here we'll have to check depreciation. So any values belonging to the factory, unproductive expenses, factory rent, and the gas and power is given, that is of 6,000. The rest of the things will not fall it in the factory, so we'll have to add it all the three. So 6,000, 7,500, and 6,000, all the three are factory overhead. There is no information belonging to the opening stock of work in progress and closing stock. Then all overheads has to be added to the prime cost. The value what we'll get, that will be considered as the factory cost, right? Then to this factory cost, we should add office and administration overheads. To the office and administration, what are all the expenses? That is legal charges, then cost of catalogs, depreciation on machinery, subscription to magazine, office salaries, right? All these are forms the office and administration overheads. Then add together in the inner column, we'll have to add it to the outer column of the factory cost. Whatever the value we'll get, that will be called as cost of production, because there is no adjustments of finished goods. So this itself will be cost of goods sold and cost of production. Both are one and the same. Next, we'll have to add selling and distribution overhead. We'll have to check it in the question. What are all the expenses incurred for sales? One will be advertisement is there, bad debts are there. So here advertisement, bad debts and cost of catalogs. So 20,000, 8,000 and 20,000. These all expenses has to be added to the cost of production value. The total cost is 1,13,000. Now we'll have to check whether we are earning profit or not because the sales value is given here in the question, that is of 1,25,000. The actual total cost incurred is 1,13,000. So the difference will be considered as the profit. 12,000 is the profit in this question. And here one more question, that is problem number 3, very clearly mentioned. The separate headings here, cost of materials consumed has to be shown, prime cost has to be shown, production cost, total cost and profit. So these are the values given. Stock of materials, 1 means it is opening stock of materials, 30,850. Work in progress, opening stock of work in progress is 60,850. Direct wages 1,78,500. This falls. Stock of materials is to be shown in prime cost. Work in progress is nothing but factory. Direct wages is prime cost value. Purchase of raw material is a prime cost. Production overheads, factory overheads it is. General overheads are administration overheads. Stock of raw materials, that is 3112 means it is closing stock of raw materials 37,700. Closing stock of work in progress 67,750. Sales value is given 8,60,625. And very clearly mentioned there is no opening and closing stock of finished goods. So now we'll have to prepare the cost sheet for these values. This is the cost sheet what here given. Cost sheet we have to segregate for materials consumed, prime cost, factory cost. Let us check. In this question they have given relating the information of opening materials, purchase of materials. So we'll have to highlight first opening stock of raw materials 30,850. To this we should add a purchase of raw materials 1,43,250. And closing stock of raw materials is also given here, that is 37,700. I have shown it in a bracket. Both together you add and deduct closing stock of materials, then the actual materials consumed will be the value, that is 1,36,400. To this we should add what direct wages and direct expenses if it is given in the question. So direct wages are 1,78,500. There are no direct expenses. So together if you are adding, then it will become 3,14,900 will be the prime cost. Now we'll have to check what are all the factory overheads given in the question itself. Here production overhead 1,42,800. And there are no other production factory overheads. To this we should add opening stock of work in progress and closing stock of work in progress has to be deducted. To the factory overheads, add opening stock of work in progress, that is 60,850, then deduct closing stock of work in progress 67,750, right? So after deducting it, whatever the value will get, it should be added to the prime cost, that is 3,49,900. Then the value will be called as factory cost, that is 4,50,800. Let us will check. Here there is no office overheads, so just only they have highlighted there. Sorry, the office overheads, general overheads are considered, that is 1,12,700 are the office overheads. This factory cost together, it should be added the office overheads. The value 5,63,500 is the cost of production because there is no finished goods opening stock and closing stock, no adjustment. And at last we should go for selling overheads. So for the selling overheads, there is no value at all. So the cost of production will become the total cost or cost of sales, what we are going to be call it as. Then ultimate thing they have given the sales value 8,60,000. So the actual cost incurred is 5,63,500. The sales value is 8,66,625. The difference will be considered as the profit because the cost is less compared to the sales. So 2,97,125 is the profit, right? Let us will see the problem number 4 here. From the following particulars, prepare a statement of cost. Opening stock of materials 37,500. Purchase of materials 1,25,000. Productive wages 60. Finished good value of opening is given 1,07,500. Work expenses is 45. Administration expenses 67,500. selling expenses are 62,500, sales 3,75,000. Then the closing stock of raw materials, closing stock of finished goods values are given. Let us will prepare the cost sheet here. This is the cost sheet for, this is only a statement of cost. We'll have to show first materials, that is opening stock of materials given in the question. That is 37,500. To this we should add the purchase of materials 1,25,000. If any closing materials are given, means has to be deducted. Then we, after deducting, we'll get the actual materials consumption 1,20,000. To this we should add direct wages value, productive wages given, that is 60,000. So together after adding we'll get the prime cost, that is 1,80,000. To the prime cost again we'll have to add any factory overheads are given in the question. Let us will check any factory overheads, that is work expenses very clearly mentioned, that is 45,000 only one. It should be added to prime cost, then we'll get factory cost. Again to the factory cost we should add office and administration overheads, because very clearly mentioned that administration expenses are 67,500. This has to be added to the factory cost. Then we'll get cost of production will be 2,92,500. In the question itself, they have mentioned the finished goods value, that is uh, given. So this uh, opening stock of finished goods is 1,07,500. This, and the closing stock of finished goods is 1,50,000. See, the cost of production is 2,92,500. To this we should add opening stock of finished goods, then whatever the value will get, the closing stock of finished goods has to be deducted, right? Then it is called as cost of goods sold, that is 2,50,000. To this we should add selling expenses 62,500. Then ultimately we'll get the total cost, that is 3,12,500. Now we'll have to check whether profit or loss is going to be gained. The sales value is given, that is 3,75,000. The cost value is 3,12,000. Then sure we can say there is cost is less compared to the sales. Then we are going to incur the profit. We can able to see profit of 60,000, 62,500 we have achieved for the organization. This is how we have to prepare a cost sheet and to find out whether the profit or loss is going to be incurred, right, to the organization. So with this, I am going to end the session now. Thank you.